Bonjour, PAYTON peeps, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of my PSG career on FIFA 14. It hasn't been the best of starts to the season. We lost against Bordeaux in the curtain raiser of the season, the Trophy Champion, and then our first two league games of the season we drew both, so we just picked up a maximum of 2 points. It's certainly not the best when we need to be getting off to a fly, really. We need to start accumulating points and getting up there at the top, battling it out with the likes of Monaco. So anyway, moving on, before I could play our next game against Nantes away from home, of course I had to select my team, who was going to play, who was going to start this game. And if you guys missed my last episode, I did sign Guingamp from Borussia Dortmund. Brilliant capture, got him for 30 million, managed to bring down the offers. They was saying, oh, you can have him for 33.5 million. So it was a decent deal. We got him for 30 million, as I said, and of course I had to feature him. I had to give him his debut in this game against Nantes, hoping that maybe he could get on the score sheet as well. That'd just be extra. It'd be excellent to kickstart his career here at PSG. It was just under 20 minutes gone, and it was Nantes that was looking dangerous with an attack. Thankfully, Maxwell came in, broke up that, and put an end to it. A couple of minutes later, we got a free kick. We played it short. Guingamp to Lucas, who was lucky for options. There was just... Nantes was sitting back so much. They knew what sort of attack we had lined up for them. Kabay eventually swung at a dangerous looking cross, found the head of Cavani. Keeper saved it, came back out to Menez, who swung the ball back in. And eventually, Hummels got on the end of that, putting PSG 1-0 up away from home. And that was his second goal for PSG. If you guys can cast your minds to our previous fixture against Ajaccio in my last episode, episode 3, Hummels opened up the score in there and the game ended in a draw. I was just hoping that the same wasn't going to happen in this game against Nantes. Thankfully, Lucas put all doubt aside, made it 2-0 with a simple tapping, but well, I suppose it could have been a simple tapping, but obviously I held onto the shoot button far too long, and I was kind of lucky it actually did go in. He could have easily have gone over. So he was 2-0 up, and it was Menez that made it 3 for PSG with his right foot just on the inside of the box. The ball moved away ever so slightly away from the goalkeeper. Nantes needed a miracle if they wanted to turn this one around. 3-0 up PSG at the hour mark, and there was still time remaining to maybe grab 1 or even 2 more goals. I had a decision to make then. Would I just shut up shop and leave it at 3-0, or do I continue attacking? Obviously, I continued attacking as Cavani made it 4-0, 80th minute. Horrible celebration, I know, but I'm one of those people that messes around with the controls when you score, just see what celebration you could get, and came up with that one. I hate that celebration. I'm not sure about you guys. Let me know in the comment section below, which is your favourite celebration that you will always seem to use on FIFA 14. But there we have it. PSG collected all 3 points against Nantes with a brilliant show in pure dominance. 4-0 the final score. The last episode I did kind of leave off with a slight cliffhanger. Would I sign Lacazette or will I not, and leave the deal be? Of course I went ahead and signed Lacazette up, just adding to my strike force. As you know, Ibrahimovic is out for 3 months, long time to be out for, especially at the start of the season. And as you guys know, if you've been watching this series, I sold Maurice earlier on in this career mode, so we only really have Cavani as a complete forwards, so I thought adding Lacazette to the team was a good move. Also, as you guys have been watching, I did make an offer for Sporting Lisbon's Andre Carrillo. At the age of 22, he can play both on the left and the right. And adding him to the team, I know some of you guys will be like, well, hold on, you've got Menez, you've got Lucas, you've got Lavezzi, why do you need another winger? It's all about great squad depth. It's good to have a selection of players that can play in that one position that you're strengthening. And as we all know, in career mode, you have to face these sort of challenges where you have to play one game and then have a day's rest, and then you're playing another game. And so it's all about rotation. It's good to rotate the team around from time to time, and bringing in Carrillo, I think, again, is another good move. Oh, and whilst I'm still on the subject of bringing in players for PSG, I need to strengthen my fullbacks, mainly my right back position. I've only got Van der Waal and Chalet. Chalet, he's a decent right back, but he is growing old now. His stats are going to start decreasing. So before that transfer window slam shut, I will be signing a right back. You guys want to know who it is? You're just going to have to stay tuned. I know, I'm harsh sometimes like that. But it will happen in this video. You'll find out who it is, who I go after. But anyway, our next game of this video, we had to play away from home against Bordeaux. It was the perfect opportunity to get a little bit of revenge on the team that beat us to the Trophy Champion at the curtain raiser of the season. And it was Thiago Silva with a captain's goal for PSG. He is flying just like Hummels as well, getting himself on the score sheet. It was a set piece. We got it from the corner, simple header. No need to show you guys a replay. So PSG found themselves in the lead early on in this game, and still on that high after beating Nantes 4-0. Was looking for a replica, and we were certainly on for it. Cavani looking dangerous in this game with a firing shot from the outside of his boot with his right foot. Goalkeeper just getting a hand for that, tipping it over for a corner kick. Matuidi took the corner, another set piece, and it was Thiago Silva with his second goal of the game. He was already on for his hat-trick with just over 10 minutes gone. You know, after such a decent start to the game, a decent performance, it makes me wonder why we didn't actually beat Bordeaux in that curtain raiser, that Trophy Champion fixture. Why couldn't we beat them? Because we certainly showed great determination, you know, the will to actually go out there and fight for this game and those 3 points. We knew how important it was. It's just a damn shame I couldn't have won my first trophy, but that's behind us now. We're going to have to try and forget about it. As I said, it's kind of like the Community Shield in England. You know, if you lose it, it's no biggie, really. It's not as though it's the biggest trophy in the country to win, and all eyes are on you if you do, and you're going to win so much money in return for getting that trophy. But anyway, that's behind us, as I say. Let's focus on the present and the future. I did want to try and maybe grab a couple of more goals against Bordeaux with bringing on a couple of substitutions in the second half, but it didn't work out, and it was Thiago Silva's 2 goals that won us the game. Those 2 early goals in the 5th and the 11th minute, excellent showing, and of course those 3 points. So after the game, Sporting Lisbon did accept my transfer offer of 8 million, even though they was saying give us 9. We managed to get him for less, Carrillo. All I had to do was offer him a contract worth 50 grand a week. He accepted straight away. He wants to come and play for PSG, and I was more than happy to say, yep, welcome aboard, welcome to PSG. You will now become part of the rising revolution at PSG. Our next fixture anyway, again, was in the French League. We had to return back home to Paris, of course, and play against Guingamp. Perfect opportunity to introduce Carrillo and Gundogan to the home fans. They started this game, as well as ter Stegen in between the sticks. And Marquinhos also started his first game for PSG this season. It was Pastore to open up the scoring for PSG. And just before half-time, Guingamp were on the attack, looking deadly. Digne was trying to intercept the ball, but it was Yatabare, I think that's how you pronounce his name, who got the equaliser for his team. Very cheeky indeed, just tipping that one over the top of ter Stegen, who came running out. Could see an opportunity of maybe clearing the danger, but it didn't work out. Up the other end, in just a matter of seconds, it was Cavani that put PSG back into the lead right before half-time. What a game this was turning out to be. It was a decent finish as well. It was Matuidi who, out of position, ran down that right wing, picked out Cavani, and unfortunate for the Guingamp goalkeeper, who did manage to save it, but the ball just fell behind him. Unfortunate event for Guingamp. It seemed as though everything that Guingamp tried to do, we did one better. We went one better than them. And look at Lacazette, again, another player that was debuting for the club in front of the home fans. Had a cracking shot with his left foot. As we know, he's pretty decent on both feet when firing off a shot, and it was on target for him. Unfortunately, he couldn't get his first goal for the club, but we did manage to pick up the 3 points against Guingamp. So here we go, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for, the transfer deadline day. There is only 10 hours remaining. I've already brought in Gundogan, Hummels, ter Stegen, Carrillo, Lacazette. I knew I needed to strengthen my fullbacks, but I made the decision that I was going to go after another right back and see the season through until we focus on the left back then, until that transfer window reopens. I did inquire about De Chilio. As you can see here, just a small demonstration of my right backs. I've only got 2. The others are on loan. I've only really got Christophe Jallet and Gregory Van der Waal, as I've already mentioned. It's all about investing in the future, right? So I went over to FC Porto, picked out Danilo, the age of 22. They were hoping for 50 million. I made an offer of 12.5, hoping to bring down that price. I also went over to AC Milan and made an offer for 20-year-old De Chilio worth 11 million. Here's a player that a lot of you guys suggested in the comments section below that I should bring to PSG. So now I had that ultimate decision. Who should I bring to PSG before that transfer window slammed shut? Both Porto and Milan had accepted my offers for both players. Who do I bring? So I had to offer them contracts, obviously, before I did make that ultimate decision. De Chilio would be 50 grand a week for 4 years. He would be set to important first team player, even though he's at the age of 20. And with Danilo, it would again be 50,000 a week. For 4 years, his squad role would be important first team player. Now all I had to do was play the waiting game. With just 6 hours remaining of the transfer deadline day, would both players accept my contract? So I would have to be forced to make that decision. I couldn't sign both. I didn't want to sign both. I just wanted to sign one of the players, save a bit of money as well. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. That is the end of this episode. I do hope that you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Haha, you didn't think I was going to leave it there, now did you? I can do that to you guys. But there we have it anyway. De Chilio is the player that I decided to go with. He is now a PSG player, and I look forward to using him as the season goes on. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next episode.